Hello and welcome to another episode of Community Reports. I am Dari Ido. The idea of community is strengthened by people living and working together to form social bonds, and that is the story of the three communities we visited in Amuwodofi on this episode of the program. From the growing effect of industrialization to the common interests shared by the people, the residents of Amuwodofi continue to build a community habitable enough and against the odds. Rapid urbanization is setting in, and the price may be unbearable for some.
Amuwodofi is an industrial area.
These low-cost housing estates are landmarks and also unique in many ways.
Because our houses are not fenced, it's very unique.
14 words, 67 communities, 12 of which are urban, 8 semi-urban, and 47 rural.
I spent more than 35 years for this community, so I know even the riverine area.
The Nigerian busiest seaports can be accessed from here, and there are now more terminals situated in this location, considered nearby for lack of better option. Now, the heavy commercial activities in Apapa is rubbing off on Amuwodofi, Apapa's neighboring local government. The long queues of heavy-duty trucks in some parts of the area is breeding concerns from residents. They fear the neighborhood is losing decorum.
Amuwodofi is an industrial area, and much of the companies that are here are container terminal based, and they attract huge volume of traffic. And due to the volume of traffic they attract, it has become problematic to the residents. Most times we find it difficult to take our children to school. Most times when we come back from our businesses and all that, the whole roads are blocked. So sometimes we leave our vehicles on the road and then lift our children back to the house, you know. And we are not complaining about that. We are not against any person's business. Business should grow and residents should also have their peace. So, but what baffles me is that the beautiful road that we met here when we came, the government spent so much money to beautify the road. It was awesome, with borehole, with street lights and the garden. But if you come here today, it's a direct opposite of what we saw when we came in. Why is it so? Because the trucks, most of the people that drive these trucks, some of them drink, and when they are under that influence, they can do anything. Okay. Sometimes when we confront them here, it becomes a battle, you know, between them and the residents. So that's why we are calling on government to step in, using their power as a government to come and settle, you know, to see where they can relocate these trucks, so that tenants here, residents here should have their peace, okay? And most times, some containers fall here to crush, you know, vehicles and kill Okada people. And so government should save our lives, because they swore, they took an oath in the Constitution to save the lives of the people. So that is one. Two, Amuwodofi, you know, it's an interesting area, highly strategic, and that's why you have mass influx of people here. Because from Amuwodofi, you can navigate to any part of Lagos. So that's why people come here and they feel that they want to go to Oshodi, if they want to go to CMS, if they want to go to Apapa, it's very easy to access. But because of the hazard of the trailers and all that, people are now moving away from Amuwo to Lekki and Aja. So that has become a threat. So we are calling on state, local government to come in and help us to address these issues. If they help us to address these issues, this place will be like a London. Even when residents take it upon themselves to do their road.
The residents say the road project in this estate is a product of self-help.
We interlocked this road right from here to inside the prayer estate. on communal efforts. Even though that the local government promised us, we called them, we have sent delegations to them, which I was one of the people that went. They told us that they will give us 40% of the distance. But when we called them, they said no allocation, no allocation. What will we do? The thing affects us more than the government, because our vehicles are subjected to regular visit to mechanics. So that's why we take it upon ourselves to see that at least our roads are good. Even the water, we have water corporation here, but it doesn't supply us water. Every home here has a borehole, and we're using that borehole. Then we buy the potable water from the companies that it produce. Do you understand me? So, like the other day, when the some team come from surveyor's office, I told them, I say, send back our message to the state government that we pay our rent, we pay our taxes, we have fixed the road, but that government should come and do the little one that is left. Give us good corvettes. Do you understand? So these are some of the challenges we are facing. Apart from this, I'm always an interesting area. Okay. So the same thing that attracted me to this place also attracted most of our Igbo brothers who are trading in Trefe, Alaba, Lagos Island, Odolowu, and other. So before you need, when we came in here, we were about 4 or 5 buildings. This place was a whole bush. They were calling here wilderness or desert. People were coming here to pray, After prayer, some bad boys will hang around and attack us at night. But by the grace of God, when we teamed up and were praying that people should come and other, before, to the glory of God, people started coming and the development kicked off. And today you can see what that move has brought to this Amuwo area.
In another neighborhood in Amuwo Odofin, we met Shenwa Yeni, a versatile artist. He grew up here and still feels strongly connected to this neighborhood. It tells us what makes this housing estate special.
Well, if you look around, you will see that we have houses that don't have fences. And because our houses are not fenced, it's very unique. It makes it very unique. It means we have access to ourselves. We grew up together. It's easy to enter from somebody's flat to another person's flat, to another person's block. No beware of dog. And so this communal unity has been there from inception. We grew up together. We practically know ourselves. Amuwo Odofin, of course, we know Amuwo Odofin is where Festac is. So Festac used to be the Lagos before Surulere came to take over and benched Festac. And then I think Lekki has benched Surulere now. So that's the way it is. So Festac, we had the likes of Two-Face, Sound Sultan, his soul rest in peace. We have African China, there's FaZe, there's Indomix is living right behind this camera again. We have our own Mile 2 bread, KP. And we have GT the Guitar Man, also stayed in this estate. A lot of people, Jide Awubona, the Yoruba prolific actor now, his house is somewhere here too. In fact, we are in the center of Amuwo. Everybody's house is somewhere here, so, well, I stay here too. So yes, entertainment for us is something we are proud of. We've been able to churn out a lot. Peter Rufai, I think, has some connection with one house over there. So football, sports too, yes, we have a lot of sports people too. John Utaka was on Festac. I think Pius Ikedia too. A lot of people like that. So entertainment for us here is very, very key, and it's a way for us to bring ourselves together. That's why we are able to churn out this kind of people over the years. And we know we'll keep churning out this kind of talents as the years go on, because we are who we are.
The residents have also been organizing social events to curb vices in the area, get the community youth busy with more productive activities. Shenwa is in the forefront of many of those initiatives, having worked more than 10 years in the creative industry.
When we need to plan things together in this community, it's easier because we are able to call ourselves. Hey, guy, come, we want to do this thing. We sit together under one tree somewhere. We plan it, and it's easy to plan. We have had plenty types of events in this community. Amuwo Games, Amuwo Carol, so many events, Battle of the Sounds. All these things were community events, and they were possible because we came together as a community to do these things. This community has given us so much. We went to school here, practically grew up here. So it's time to give back. We're making money now, and so we're looking back at the community. What can we do? And that has given birth to so many concepts of entertainment programs, empowerment programs that we have come up with, all in the bid to bring youth together for youth development, to curb social vices. That is very important, to curb social vices, because if you don't channel the energy of these youths in a positive direction, it's going to go in the negative direction. You know what that can mean. So instead of allowing them to tout around, let's give them something to compete for. There's positive competition, there's positive energy. And so we came up with sports. I mean, in 2017, we started with the first Amuwo Games. It was very huge. We had 16 games and competitions. Everywhere was buzzing. All the youths were around. We followed up immediately the next year with a music competition. You know, sports is as powerful as music. If you are not doing sports, then probably music. So we did Battle of the Sounds. Again, the same effect.
There are more than 20 coastal communities in Amuwo Odofin, and the stories of this local government cannot be told without these waterfront communities.
This is Lakeview Riverside. Okay. Yes. It looks more from the entrance, but by the time we go inside, you see how wide and the length. We're walking a bit, so we're going to walk a bit. So this place sits about over 20,000 people, and it's on both sides. By the time you get to the river banks, you see that it's on both sides, and it's quite big and populated also. They have their own seriki here too, and it's also industrious. You know, the fish market and the vegetables. Do you understand? You know where we're going. All the ule we're going that we eat to live in Alaba. I think this is the place. Yeah. This is the place. They were going. This is the empire for they were going. Like, they come out in the morning and you see them coming out. I mean, they go into as far as taking keke to different parts. And they go and sell 12,000 naira on water per month. But it doesn't look as if that's it. You know, because it's in trickles. 300 a day, 400. Weekend, they spend more and all that. So it's important that if that can be done for his people as a ballet, do you understand? It's an added advantage to him for his community. I used to think that because it's riverine area, water will not be an issue.
Like our guide said, it is quite a walk.
Baba. Daddy.
How now?
Vale, you go, vale.
After the long walk, we eventually located the home of the Bale, the community leader, who is in the company of some of his chiefs. After exchanging pleasantries, we explained the purpose of our visit. They also have a lot to say.
This is a community of 41 years old. You see the Bale here, his father was the first person to settle down here in 1980. And now all these politicians, local government chairman, and all, none of their name in the community. What I mean is that they never do anything. That is what I'm telling you. Sometimes they came here, when it is time for election, they always remember us. We support them to win the election. After that time, there is nothing like return visit. You know what I mean by return visit? If you look for something from people, if you don't get what you want, for you to go and say thank, there is nothing like that. Look at now, our underage children, see where they are going to school for first act. At least they're supposed to do something, approve state nursery school here for underage children not to suffer. You see where you entered tourist ballet place. There are boreholes there. These boreholes owned by individual, whereas which is not too much for government to do for us. And this community seniors all the riverine area near this place. Now, what we need, there are things we need mostly. One, if they can provide nursery school approved by the state government. Secondly, if they can do water, which is bowls, more bowls for us. Third, if they can do, there are spaces, not that we don't have space to do all those things. If they can do like health center or just emergency treatment, first aid treatment, there are spaces for them to do all those things for us. Those are the things we need mostly to help ourselves.
Maternal mortality is one of the major problems in the coastal areas. From 2000 to 2017, the global maternal mortality ratio declined by 38%, from 242 deaths to 211 deaths per 100,000 live births. This translates into an average annual rate of reduction of 2.9%. Progress, you may say, but this is less than half of the 6.4% annual rate needed to achieve the Sustainable Development Global Goal of 70 maternal deaths per 100,000 live births. And the reasons are not far-fetched.
There are people, if something happens like this, not everybody are equal. So if something happens, they will call on Bale for financial aspect to support him. Bale is doing that. Even though if you don't have enough money, Bale can call the elders, the community people who can contribute to support that person to the hospital. If something happens like that, you know, there are cases happen like that. We make a call, those who have vehicle to stand by. Then we can use canoe to carry that person down there to rescue the person to the hospital. Some we can even deliver to within ourselves here because we are job people. So there are some cases that more than us, we have to make call to rescue those people.
Because of distance, that's why.
They usually sit outside to enjoy the soothing breeze from the waterside. As part of our plan, we needed to see more communities and how they move across other waterfront settlements. The Bale and his men put a call through to a boat operator. While we wait, we extended the conversation.
Okay. What sport do you play here? What's your favorite sport here?
Ball.
Where do you get to play football?
Across there for.
It's now.
All those boys that they go there and play ball. Mostly weekends.
You don't do swimming here as a sport.
Swimming, they all a picking of. Mostly all those is all people who know fair water.
Like my son.
Igbos.
They
sabi water
cross this place.
All Igbos.
So down that side.
Yes.
For swimming. We don't go swimming pool now.
We swim from here to the other end.
Yes. Without it, come on Saturday. I will bring out 3 14-year-old boys. They will cross this place. Then we use boat to follow them. They will cross it as they will still come back.
As the boat arrives, we set out for a ride round the communities.
That is one thing. You know, like say you dey very far and you dey busy.
The boat ride gives a clear picture that the haves and the have-nots are sometimes neighbors, only a fence away. There are no official stats as to the number of people who live in the riverine communities in Lagos. Of course, if you walk down some of these communities, you can have an idea of the population. You can't put a number to it, but the challenges are enormous, from potable water to lack of electricity. But the people say they live in peace and harmony. They also face forced eviction and displacement, a common challenge that accompanies informal settlement.
They just destroy, look at the place, drive it near, we will go around the old places. Now, look at where we are going now, from that place down. They just destroy them without compensating them.
Without notice.
Without notice. Demolish their properties down. More than 400 people are homeless. Look at the space. Go there. Go near their drive. I'm going to explain everything. I spent more than 35 years for this community, so I know even the riverine area. I know everywhere for the riverine area. Those who don't have any place to go, see them still hanging, managing themselves. They don't even care, which is very bad. When you ask, they say, state government doesn't know anything. It is those people who cause this problem. They don't compensate them. They don't even care for them. And all of us are human beings.
Representatives of these settlements at the grassroots are aware of the problems, but it appears it is beyond their pay grade.
Now my place is very popular. Very popular. It's a coastal area of the local government, and it needs government attention. That is why it's a very popular place within the local government. Because of the commercial purpose, like our people going to market, we don't have market at the riverine. So all our needs and our wants are at the upland areas, and we have to get connected before we can get all these things.
The fast-growing industrial neighborhood to the housing estate built on communal living, or even at the waterfront where resilience is the bond, Amuodofin is a special place where diversity thrives. That's our show for today, everyone. If you miss any part of it, you can watch it on our YouTube channel. You can also join the conversation on our social media platforms displayed on the screen. Thank you very much for watching. I am Dari Idowu. See you next time, and bye for now.